is just a little joke, and you have to get a bank loan for a churro and a coke. Mickey's got a strong pimp hand at Disneyland.
Hello, little monkey. Hello, little monkey. Hello, little monkey. Hello, little monkey.
With the geek by your side, even if your butt is wide, you can roll with the ride through the red fair. With the geek, you'll be fine. You can look like Frankenstein. He will not decline. You're the answer to his prayer. These geeks don't care. I wanna rock, but that means being inclusive of people and the cultures without appropriating them. I wanna rock, but that means being conducive to a balanced life of work and play and avoiding all blues. And I wanna rock. I got boots and a hoo-hoo with nothing really better to do than me. With a magic wand from Hitachi, my friends would often ask me why my clothes are all askew. And I'd be digging in my pockets like I was a kangaroo. Cause nature will have blessed me with a man in a canoe. I got boobs and a hoo-hoo. I got boobs and a hoo-hoo.
Miss Garcia, the vaguely slutty Spanish teacher. One young man could learn how to roll his R's when his pants look like he's hiding cigars. The only phrase in his mind is estoy cachando, which is Spanish for I'm super horny. Visions of hot dogs wrapped in tortillas was a legend of Miss Garcia.
Super Danny's only super when he's blackout drunk. He can stop a robbery just by blowing chunks. When you see the damn signal of a bottle of Jack in the sky, let you know you can rely on Super Dan. Oh, you can bet that he will show. Oh, 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 if he's face down in a Merlot. Put on some sweatpants. It's a wet pants and fun leg slippers. Put on some sweatpants. I said they still fit tight and your butt still looks nice, but you won't have to walk like you're walking on ice. So wet pants, kitties and boobs, 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 kitties and boobs. I'm gonna get me designer babies, the kind that don't eat, don't cry, don't shit. I'm gonna get me designer babies, no butthole, butthole, butthole. I'm gonna get me designer babies, the kind that don't eat, don't cry, don't shit. I'm gonna get me designer babies, no butthole, butthole, butthole.
All right, gang, here we are. Wait, I forgot the ding dings. Ding, 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 ding. It's Thursday. It's Word Salad. I'm Phil Johnson, and you know the drill. Here we are. Let's do this up. Pleasure to be here. Drop a comment. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Say hi, so I know you're alive, and we're all alive. Yes. Sorry, the studio's still a little messy behind me. It's been very busy around here, and I haven't gotten to selling those drums yet, so I can hook up the other ones. So much stuff going on. Here's something I said 2 weeks ago. I had a head cold. My voice was a little rough. I beat it. And guess what? I woke up with a sore throat yesterday morning. I don't know what's going on with my health, with my immune system. It's getting crazy. So the voice is a little rough tonight again, but we're going to make do. Dave's here. Evil Dave in the house. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. So as we did last time, this is a new format for the show. We're going to start with some Phil origin story stuff, and then we're going to shift into the word salad, and then we'll have some inner circle goodness later on. So I'm just going to start with the song. Yeah, let's do that. We'll talk more about it as we go here. This is the only parody song I've ever written. Kara's gonna miss it if she's not here yet. I heard there was a secret song that David played for much too long, and the Lord said, you don't know another, do ya? It goes like this, the fourth, the fifth, pretty basic chords if you catch my drift. It's another crappy version of Hallelujah. Did you hear my voice crack in there? Hallelujah, Salagadoola, Magical Boola, Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo, Boola. You had a party up on the roof. All the liquor was 90 proof. You asked her bra size, she said, what's it to ya? She tied you to the kitchen chair. She broke your nose. She cut your hair and made you listen to hours. Hallelujah, hallelujah. She broke your tooth, but hallelujah, 'cause then she blew. Ooh, yeah. There was a time when we didn't know who Leonard was or Buckley, so we had to keep on listening to Imagine. Now every time it's on the tube or covered by another rube, Leonard's bank accounts are screaming hallelujah, hallelujah, making moolah, bebop-a-lula, hallelujah. Now maybe there's a God or two. If there is, he's sick of it too. The same song every day for millennia. It's not a cry you hear at night. It's not someone who's seen the light. It's a desperate plea for fame with hallelujah. I don't have the falsetto tonight. Hallelujah. I say screw ya. I'm gonna school ya on hallelujah. There we go. All right. That's the Hallelujah parody, friends. There it is. I know it's Kara's favorite song. It's a few other people's favorite song, too, which is, I guess it's all right. It's not my song. All right. Penny's here. Sophie's here. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Yes, Sophie. I got the fancy athletic tape happening, the kinesiology tape. I'll tell you more about it later. It's not a bad thing. It's a helping thing. Let's do this first. Let's get the origin story stuff out of the way for the people that are watching who are not fully engaged yet, who are not fully... Man, that box of bubble wrap looks terrible behind me. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a little quick origin story, and then we'll keep going with our stuff here. First, big shout out to everybody that's here so far. Evil Dave's here, Penny's here, Sophie's here. We got a bunch of other people watching as well. I can see the little counter. Drop a comment, say hi. I also want to give a shout out to our new Facebook member group members, the Philagellos Facebook community members. Kent Waters, Kent Crawford, very talented musician himself. Mary Mainlop, Mary, I'm going to mess up your name. Mary Mainlop Cave and Donna Burnett. Donna's been very active behind the scenes recently. So, Donna, welcome. It's nice to see all of you in here, and I appreciate you. Yes. Lots of stuff coming up. What am I doing? Origin story. That's what we're going to do. Let's do that real quick. So, if you haven't heard my story before, I started out as a musician at the age of 8. Because girls like musicians. That's what my mom told me. So I played the flute. And then I played the piano. And I played the guitar when I picked up at 16 when I stole one from my dad and started playing it. And I started a band called Roadside Attraction way back in 1992, I think it was. 92? Yeah, that sounds right. We went through a bunch of other names before that. But fast forward later on, and I had recently split up with some guys I was playing with in the band, and I was sitting in my studio and I was writing songs, just dumping ideas down on a 4-track, trying to get some stuff out. And there were a couple of funny songs in there, and those funny songs are what started to click with people. And at the time, I had a mentor. It was this guy right here. Oh, that's not him. That's not a him. That's a her. There's Tim. My mentor, Tim Sweeney, encouraged me to lean in the direction of the funny, which I did not want to do. My story is a story of initially saying no and then eventually saying yes. That is my overarching story. Tim said, lean into the comedy stuff. I want you to go solo. I want you to sing the funny stuff and do that. And I said, no, that's B-side stuff. I'm a serious songwriter. And then I did start doing some solo gigs as well as band gigs, and found them very enjoyable. People started to lock in with the couple of funny songs that I had there, and it started to become a thing. And then this is my friend Groovy Judy. Groovy Judy is a fantastic guitarist and songwriter and singer, and she hooked me up with a comedy music show at the Hyena Theater in San Francisco, California. This would have been 2004 when this happened. And this is what my official first comedy show turns out to be. Now, theater is a grand word for a room in an office building with some folding chairs, but it was the Hyena Theater, and I did my couple, 2 or 3 little funny songs that I had, and that was that. But there was this lady who was emceeing the show that night. This is Lynn Ruth Miller. Lynn Ruth was starting her own comedy career at the age of 72. She was the MC of the show that night, and she said, hey, look, I need a guitar player for my act to come and play. Would you want to do that? And I said, sure, what are we doing? And she said, well, you're going to play Anarchy in the UK by the Sex Pistols while I throw lingerie at the audience. And you can't say no to that. That is a good time. That's a good time in the making. And so I went with Lynn Ruth, and she started taking me around to all the Bay Area comedy venues that she was already in at doing her act. And then she would tell the producer, hey, he's got some songs. He's got some material. Put them up on stage. And so I started getting little 5 and 7 minute sets, 10-minute sets here and there, and plying my trade. And that was how I accidentally became a comedian after saying no to being a comedian. That's the origin story. And now I get to travel the country and even further afield to tell jokes and sing songs. And when I started doing the comedy, I just had the songs. I just had my 2 or 3 little goofy songs that I lived on for about a year on stage. And I thought, if I'm going to be part of this community, then I should learn how to do it, how to do the stand-up. I never in a million years dreamed I would be doing a stand-up comedy as a career. I always enjoyed it. I loved it. I could recite Robin Williams Live at the Met album for memory, but I never thought I'd be a comedian. And then I ended up as one through that series of events with those 3 people specifically right there that you saw. And I thank them for it. Tim is unfortunately passed away. Lynn Ruth has unfortunately passed away. Groovy Judy, still hanging in there, still gigging. If you see Groovy Judy out and about, go see her play. She's fantastically entertaining. But that is how I fell into being a comedian accidentally. Pretty wild, yeah? Pretty wild. So let's do this. I want to show you a little clip. Now that we've talked about how I ended up in the stand-up scene, I'm going to show you a little clip of some stand-up. And this is a bit from my comedy special called Pretty from the Back. Here we go.
My girlfriend and I were at my wedding, one of these far-off exotic weddings, you know. And destination weddings are awesome for everybody, except the guests, who maybe wanted to go on vacation somewhere the hell else this year, you know? Because a lot of times you don't want to go to wherever this dumb wedding is. Your buddy's like, hey, man, come to my wedding. It's going to be like a 20-minute ceremony, some cake. You're like, yeah, cool, where is it? Yeah, I don't want to go to Somalia, dude. I don't care if it's a pirate theme. That's not cool. I don't want to do that. Now, my brother's wedding was in Hawaii, which sounds very nice, but I'm just not like a Hawaii, beachy, sunny, like I like low vitamin D environments. That's me, all right? This is as bright as my world gets. And we started having trouble as soon as we got there because we're looking for our condo and all the streets have these crazy long Hawaiian names because there's only 13 letters in their alphabet. So in order to make a workable language out of that, every street is named Makalaki, Avenue. Even my GPS was like, turn right on. We're gonna have to turn around, dude. Sorry, I don't know what happened. I want to see Hawaiian Wheel of Fortune. I think that would be loads of fun. Here's our next puzzle, just one word, 86 letters. Kalani, we'll start with you. Okay, Pat, I would like to buy an eye. 16 eyes! Look at that! It's amazing. All in a row. Who knew that was possible? That's stunning. See, I can make jokes about the Hawaiian language and they can't say shit because they don't have an S, so. That's on them. We like to eat on vacation. That's a big thing with us. We like to eat. And we had never been to Hawaii before. So my girlfriend asked her friends, hey, what should we make sure to eat while we're in Hawaii? And they were like, oh, it's great. They've got white rice and macaroni salad and Spam. Can somebody tell me when Hawaii was invaded by Alabama? When did that happen? Why is Hawaiian cuisine like a third grade potluck picnic? What's happening there? She had this thing called a Spam musubi. It's a ball of sticky white rice with a slab of Spam on top wrapped in seaweed. That's redneck sushi. Tell me that's not redneck sushi. That makes me think of a Japanese guy in a Camaro with a Confederate flag painted on the hood. I'm like, that's weird. So, and then they're like, oh, shave ice. Ooh, do you have a shave ice? Hey, gotta have a shave ice. Do you have a shaved ice? Shaved ice is a fucking snow cone. That's all it is. Like you get at a carnival, and I said, I will not be suckered into that more than 4 or 5 times. Because they're tasty. And I had one, it was mango and lemon, and I was like, yeah, this is good, but look, if your best cultural cuisine can be mistaken for yellow snow, you need to try harder. There's more you can do, you know. So we spent the first half of the trip in Maui, and Maui's beautiful. Maui is the Hawaii that you picture with beaches and palm trees and sunsets and coconut bras and the whole thing. And every time I saw one of the hula dancers with the coconut bras, I just wanted to walk up and go. They don't like when you do that. They really don't. They're not. And then, so we went to, we're first half of the trip in Maui. And the second half of the trip, we spent in Honolulu. And Honolulu sucks. Honolulu is like Detroit with a beach. It's blown out buildings and homeless dudes, you know? And I was like, we didn't pay all this money to come to paradise, see a bunch of homeless. I mean, they're all wearing pretty flowered shirts, but they're still passed out on the sidewalk, all right? Then I thought about it, and I was like, well, if you're gonna be homeless, where else would you want to be homeless? You know, if I said you get to live in Hawaii, but you don't get a house, you'd be like, I do like snow cones. Let's do this, yeah. Let's get on it. So we're there in Honolulu, and we went to the Pearl Harbor Memorial, which is very touching, and you go out and you see the sunken battleships and the names on the plaques and everything, and the whole place is loaded with Japanese tourists. Awkward. Yeah, awkward. Do we need the history lesson? It's their fault. That's why it's there. They were like, kaboom, tourist destination. Yeah. No. And were they quiet and solemn? Taking pictures. I was like, that's not cool. I'm not going to show up in Hiroshima and be like, what's up, I'm here. Boom. Woo! Fist bump, blow it up. Like, that's inappropriate when you're hanging out in Hiroshima.
That's inappropriate when you're hanging out at Hiroshima. All right, that's the Hawaii bit. Speaking of that, I'll tell you some stories about that when we get into the middle section of the show here, the word salad. But before we do that, let me give you the quick gig list rundown of shows coming up. We got all sorts of things happening. So this weekend, March 15 and 16, I'll be at the Alameda Comedy Club in Alameda, California, featuring for Ari Manis, who you've seen on a bunch of things, so that's going to be great. March 21st, I will be at the Bomb Shelter at GAF West in New York City. On March 23rd, I'll be at the Odd Rock Comedy Hour at QED in New York City. And on March 24th, I'll be at the Vig Bar in New York City. So that's 3 shows in New York City next weekend. Then April 5th, I'll be at Three Steve's Winery in Livermore, headlining that show. April 12th and 13th, I'll be at the Comedy House, New Orleans, Louisiana. It's my first time. I'm very excited. So I'll be there closing out those shows. April 19 and 20, I'll be featuring at the Comedy Catch in Chattanooga, Tennessee. And April 26, back here in California, I'll be headlining at Barrel Proof Comedy in Santa Rosa, California. And of course, April the 5th is a big day. Not only am I playing Three Steve's Winery, I am releasing my new single that day. It's Copacabana. Yeah, the Barry Manilow song, but in a really super heavy and dark way. So you're going to dig it. A few of you have heard little bits of it coming up. If you're in the inner circle, then if you're in the Philadelphia inner circle, you've already heard the song. It's already there. So go check your portal if you haven't heard that yet. But lots of good stuff. So what do we got to do here? What do we got to do? I am going to be kicking over to the community-only version of this, so we'll be turning off the public channels. I'm going to leave the Facebook public channel tonight running since it didn't pick up the page for some reason. But if you are not yet on Team Philagelos, then I want you to hit that little QR code right there and join Team Philagelos. It's completely free to join. You get to see the longer version of the live stream show, and whenever I do these on Thursdays sometimes, not as often as I'd like, but you get to see the longer version of the show and check that out. And there's going to be all sorts of great stuff in store for you. I take you behind the scenes on lots of stuff, and it's just a whole bunch of good people, and we have a good old time. All right, so make sure that you click that. And you know what the heck, I'm going to sing one more song before we kick over to the private stream to give you guys a chance to click that QR code here. So here's another one. This one is an oldie, but people do seem to like it quite a bit. I haven't played it on stage in a long time, but it's one that I do get requests for. Here we go. There we go. Hang on. It just left my brain. Baby, we got a love life to shame all others. You and me go great together, like chocolate and peanut butter. But baby, let's flip the script, change it up a little bit. Let's have bad porno sex. I'll leave my socks on for you, bad porno sex. Waka chickadee choo, bad porno sex. We'll have you wrapped around my fingers like a teenage runaway, banging a homely middle-aged dude for money. You'll be my lady, I'll be your overly hairy man. You are my baby, I'll give you some bad meat in the can. You'll have a spray-on tan. Let's have bad porno sex. I'll cut a hole in the pizza box, bad porno sex. Waka chicka when the pizza boy knocks, bad porno sex. In a nondescript hotel room, you're a straight F college girl, I'm a morally ambiguous professor. Let's pretend that you just got some really bad plastic boobs. The nipples that point in the wrong direction get me harder than a Rubik's Cube. You be the housewife and I'll be the plumber that snakes your drain. Let's have bad porno sex. We'll flop around till our interest wanes, bad porno sex. At least the sheets won't have any stains, bad porno sex. We'll leave us both unsatisfied, which really only means we'll have to do it again, but after South Park. Baby, I don't miss my South Park for nothing, but when Kenny's dead, I'll bend you over. But when Kenny's dead, I'll bend you over. When Kenny did, I'll bend you over for some bad porno sex. Oh, man, the throat. The throat. It's not happening. It's not happening. So that one is called Bad Porno Sex. Hope you enjoyed that. Make sure you click that. Hope you click the thing to get into the thing. All right. So here's what's going to happen now. I'm going to turn off some of the public channels here. We're going to go into the word salad proper for just the Team Philagelos members. So last time I tried this, it didn't work. Let's see if it works this time. And so I'm supposed to, let's see. We're going to turn off the public YouTube by YouTube. We're going to turn off Twitch by Twitch. And we're going to leave everything else on for right now. And did it work? I don't know if it worked.